Oh, self-depreciating humor. It's not the best. Oh, no, no, oh, God. Whoa, no, no. What up, dudes? Part 12. Jak. Oh, I was gonna say Jak II in sync with the blaster shots against that metalhead, but he died prematurely. So, well, not prematurely. He died at the appropriate time. I guess that was just poor timing on my part, in accordance of my aim and things like that. How's everybody doing, man? How's it going? You want to go down here because there are some metalheads with some gems, and you can't. Well, you can die. I don't advise it. But what I was getting at is that you wanna catch you wanna make sure you get them, get all them juicy metalhead gems. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Gobble them all up. I should make a cereal called Metalhead Gems, or Metalhead Gemios, or something, you know, that's playful to the, you know, brand of a cereal. And it'd be really cool. No one would get it except, you know, a few 100,000 people that played Jak II. Even though it would be a big cereal. Like, this would be a brand name cereal, and it would sell. Well, I don't know how well it would sell, but it would certainly be on the store shelves and be seen by millions of people. And most people would be like, "Why is this cereal so weird? What are metalhead O's?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that? And they would be little, you know, like little gold, like orbs of like cereal. And honestly, this sounds costly, because if I were to make a cereal that looked like that, and they have to be lightning like that too, that would be really, really expensive probably. I'm just assuming. I don't know for a fact. And also, you got to keep in mind that they've got to be like good, like they've got to taste good. And if I'm gonna make them look like the gems, like if I'm gonna make them look like that, that doesn't even look appetizing. So I don't know. But this area is actually kind of a pain in the ass, because like it's easy to kind of screw up what you're missing here, which is you got to hit these 5 buttons, and so basically just keep track of where you're going, what you're doing, what you're touching, and you'll take care of business, no problem here. But the thing is, you always want to be on the ground, or well, make sure you can land on the ground safely. But tons of these little you know, one-hitter metalheads, scorpion dude, whatever the things, you know, whatever their names are, tons of them all over the place. They'll keep respawning, but make sure you get all their gems out, because there's multiple areas where you can get on the ground, and you don't need to be on the ground either for some of these sections, so they're easy to overlook. But that's why you want to get on most of them, just to make sure that you're getting all these gems. And realistically, I'm kind of doing this all ass backwards too, so I'm probably going to miss a button or two. Like I didn't even realize, I didn't even see this one until like just now, so I almost walked away from this one, and we probably would have had a tough time finding that later. So it's kind of a good thing that we got it now. So you got to make sure you got the gems. I don't even know why I didn't get that one yet. So how you guys doing? What you guys been up to? You enjoying video games? You've been enjoying it, having a good time? I'll tell you what. So what just happened recently? So, as I've mentioned a few times, I get those really nice statues. Like, you know the Jak and Daxter statue that's behind me in LTPS, and it looks really awesome. And if you saw my one video of the Ratchet and Clank statue, I also have. I did like a little show-offy video of that too. So I get those high quality statues from GamingHeads.com. They make this isn't a plug. Like, I know people are gonna ask where I get these things from, but it's like that's where I get them from, and they are really good fucking statues, but they're fucking expensive. At the bare minimum, they're $200, and the really good ones and the bigger ones are like up to like $350. So I have the Jak one, and I have the Ratchet one, and I have 3 of them on pre-order right now. I had the God of War Kratos lunging statue, where he's kind of like lunging at you, like in a lunging pose. And then I have the Sly Cooper one on pre-order, and then the Jak II one on pre-order, because of course I'm going to have the Jak II one on pre-order. But so the thing is I have the God of War one pre-ordered, right? But the God of War one, I pre-ordered it like a year ago. Like, honestly, like that's how like far away they announce these things, and you'll be waiting a long time before you get these damn things. But yeah, so I did order it that long ago, and it's $350, which again is a lot. You really do get what you pay for. They're really good, but yeah, it's like $350. And the thing is, at the time, I was like, okay, I'll totally spend that money. But right now, I'm not really in a position to. Like I said, I budget my money pretty heavily, and I just thought, you know what, $350 for that statue is just kind of pushing it, and I don't want it. But I didn't realize that until I got an email saying, hey, it's finally shipping, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I emailed them, I was like, oh, shit, like, can I cancel? And they didn't get back to me. And then I got an email saying, like, oh, we're charging you today. And I'm like, no! $350! Which comes out to like $380 something with shipping and handling and everything. Then they got back to me and they're like, oh, do you want to still cancel? Because let us know now and we'll, you know, we'll take care of you. Like, I can already see the charge on my credit card and it, like, it brings a tear to my eye. In not a good way, of course. So I'm like, oh, so I emailed the back and I was like, yes, I want to cancel. I haven't heard back from them. I hope it is canceled. If it's not, then unfortunately I have to buy an awesome statue, but I really don't want to spend the extra cash flow on it right now. It's not that I'm even in a bad position with money. Like, I actually do really well at my job. Like, I make decent money. I make pretty damn good money. It's just that I just like I said, I budget. So, and I just did not want to spend $350 on that thing. The plan right now, financially, is to pay off my car ahead of time. Because, like I mentioned, and I think it was the Infamous Let's Play where I had this little discussion with the guys, where when it's like, oh, like, you know, if you're being an adult and you're, oh, shit. If you're being an adult and you're, actually, I think I gotta go down there anyway, so let's just do that. But I was like, oh, you know, if you're buying a car or whatever, here's some tips. Here's, you know, how you budget properly. Here's how you increase your credit score. Here's how you haggle at a dealership and things like that. You know, I try and give you guys life tips and stuff like that. But the one thing I mentioned is like, oh, well, you know, if you want, the best way to go about it is to definitely give them a pretty big down payment. Not only is that going to secure you a better loan if you have, you know, somewhat rough credit, but it's going to lower the interest you pay over time because you have more equity into the car. So, and that's of course what I did. I gave him a shitload of, I gave him 1/3 of my car's price up front. And my whole plan with my car loan was that I was never going to fucking pay it off over the long term. I was going to, like, get the loan and then just pay it as quickly as possible. So that's kind of my goal right now. Like I said, I'm fine financially. I'm not, like, poor or struggling or anything like that, but it's just, like, I'm budgeting so I can get it paid off super, super quick. That way I'm, you know, not paying interest anymore. And then I own the car and I can safely, I don't know, own it in a sense. Not that I would remove, like, collision and comprehensive off my insurance, but, you know, if I wanted to, I guess I could. You know, like I said, I would own it. Because if you don't know, when you take out a loan or you're leasing a car, you're forced to get comprehensive and collision on your insurance. Let me try and get this sideways so I can... I missed it again. Well, okay, thank God I did not fall in the lava. Yeah, you have to add those things to your insurance. And if you've got a brand new car, which I do, your insurance is going to be up there, so... But again, since my car is brand new, I probably will not remove collision or comprehensive off my insurance because, well, it's a brand new car. So if it gets fucked up in some way, I want to get it fixed, even if it raises my insurance rate. Shit, I'll pay it. There we go. Now I got it. That's kind of the shitty part about these, is that there's really no easy way to, like, understand how far away. Like, it's tough to gauge the distance when you're doing sections like this in the game. Just waiting for metalheads at this point to pop up, just so I may know I got all their gems. Anybody? Anybody else? No? I think I'm missing a button. I think this cuts off right here. Well, not cuts off, but like... I don't think it goes any further because this is obviously the part where we're supposed to be at if we hit all the buttons, so. Unless it wraps around or something. Which I'm hoping it does. I don't remember this area completely, so pardon me. But, yeah, see, we're not going to be able to reach up there, so. I'm going to loop around and see where it is we possibly missed. I mean, there's a orb up here, which is cool. We have 33 now. What can we get? We can get Mirror World. And big head mode. We could do that. Yeah, have a little big head mode going on. See, let's get a look at that. Whoa! Jack, you're looking a lot different, buddy. A lot different. But I'm going to turn it off because that would kind of annoy me. I've never really been into silly shit like that. I'm sure you guys would have expected that from me, but yeah, I just, I don't see the funniness and shit like that. Oh, I think the button we're missing is right over there. Can we, well, I'm not going to be able to make that probably with a lunging jump, but let's just make sure there's, oh, Jesus, the fucking inverted controls. Okay, I can definitely safely attempt it, so let's just do that. Okay, did not reach. Ah! I'm like literally right at the beginning. How did I not hit that button? What's the matter with me? Now I gotta go all the way around again if I want to go back to where we needed to be. How did I not hit this button? Did I see this one earlier and not hit it? I'm sorry if I did, and you're like shaking your head and you're going, SMH. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. You know, I love you guys. No, I definitely don't want to attempt. Yeah, I definitely don't want to attempt getting back that way, so I guess we're just going to have to take the long way. But that just means we get to talk about stuff. What do you guys want to talk about? No, I always ask that. And nobody ever says I want to talk about this. You comment, which is great. But no one says talk about this. Don't you guys want me to talk about stuff? I thought that's what you I thought that's why you watched, guys. Because if you're really watching for the gameplay, boy, did you pick the wrong gameplay. Oh, self-depreciating humor. It's not the best. Oh, no, no, oh, God. Whoa, no! No, fuck. Oh, I think the buttons are still pressed, though, so. I think we're okay. Oh, man. I got really nervous there for a second. Yeah, we're just going to go to the button, because obviously there's no button indicator anymore, so I'm pretty sure they're gone. The metalheads are all back, but that's not a big deal. These metalheads ain't shit anyway. Bitch better have my money. Pay me what you want it. I got that song stuck in my head, so I'm sorry. But these things happen. These things happen. Oh, so, okay, let's talk about this for, like, real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, because, you know, I can get off on a pretty big tangent, but I posted a few weeks ago on Twitter about how I was like, oh, like, if I started a Patreon, would you guys support it or whatever? And, of course, that instantly is kind of a big thing for a lot of people, because that's, like, you know, it gets into the whole e-begging thing and shit like that, and I know that's, like, a really touchy topic for some people, and it's a whole big crazy fucking thing, but you know, like I said, I won't even get into it too much because if I do start a Patreon, which at this point I think I'll at least try it just to see, but when it does happen and I'll put up a Patreon page, the video on the Patreon page, I will do a complete, like, this will probably, I guarantee you this conversation will probably go on for a while, but that video, I guarantee you, will probably be like 20-30 minutes long of me explaining, you know, why I chose to do it, why I felt it was appropriate, why I felt it was needed, why I felt it, well, like I said, I go into all the details and what I'd give back and where the money goes, and more importantly, how much money the channel currently makes. And that's the thing, is that not many YouTubers will disclose numbers. I'll tell you fucking numbers, because I think that's what should be the case if I at all expect anybody to give me a fucking dollar, which I honestly I don't even want to do. It's just that the channel does produce such little money for how much time that I spend on it. And that's kind of the thing, is that, you know, I've been doing the channel for 3 years now. I do 3 videos a week. I've been doing 3 videos a week for 3 years. And I look at other people that have done Patreon pages, and that honestly is how I kind of look at it from a justification standpoint, is, well, these people don't do nearly as much as I do. And that honestly, that's the thing. That's the reality of it. That's just how I look at it. If you're even going to somehow expect people to give you money, it's like you gotta work for it. You gotta hustle for it. And the shitty part is, I really don't want to do a Patreon. I really don't want to. But, and you know, you're thinking to yourself like, oh, well then don't, or whatever, or like blah 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 blah, and it gets into a whole thing about, you know, it goes into like ignorant ass comments like, oh, YouTube shouldn't be about money, or oh, don't expect YouTube to be a job for you, or blah 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 blah. And quite frankly, of course, those comments are just fucking ignorant, because the simple reality is that people do put their heart and soul into YouTube, and YouTube absolutely is a real job for people, because it's fucking work and it provides an income. And if something provides an income for you, then guess what? That's considered a fucking job. I can't stand when people say, get a real job, and YouTube isn't a real job. For major YouTubers, guess what, buddy? It's a real fucking job, and you're just pussy hurt about it. And the simple reality is, people do want to make a dream out of it. And I've never been the person to think that that's a reality, and I don't think the Patreon will make that a reality. But, hold on.
I'm on it. Wait a minute. I think this time you should go get the thing. Looks dodgy up there. Don't hurt yourself, Jack. It's a curse, isn't it?
Okay. Good scene as always. But the reality for the reality of why I'd want to do a Patreon is to supplement the amount of work I do into it, kind of recoup some of the losses I made from it. Because that's the thing, is, you know, so many people will start a Patreon page and say, oh, I can upgrade my camera equipment or something. I've been so fucking dedicated to this YouTube channel far before I ever saw a dime from it. Before I even got my first paycheck from YouTube, I bought a new camera, I bought a high-end expensive computer, I bought editing software. Like, I loved it when I started doing this shit, because I actually started getting viewership and all that. I'm not even sure if I've ever broke even on all the investment I've done into the channel. So it's not even a matter of saying like, oh, I'll upgrade my equipment and all that. I have nice equipment and shit. It's just a matter of, I really do want to see a little bit back from it, and I think that's totally fair. But that's the thing, is like, I thought the channel would eventually pay for itself, and just, dude, it's just fucking tough, man. Like, the fact that, you know, a lot of people use ad block, and that's totally understandable. I understand why people hate ads and everything. There's, you know, unmonetizable devices that people watch from, so people will watch from certain devices where ads can't even be served on it. And then, of course, if you're a gaming channel, you have to have a network that takes a pay cut. It's so tough to make a decent amount of money from it. And that's the point, is that it's not even a decent amount of money. Like, again, I'll give you guys numbers. It's not good. Like, it's not good at all. And I will not stop making 3 videos a week or anything like that, but it's like, it'd be nice to see a little bit more from it. And it's more so about not earning more money, because that's what people see it as. They're like, oh, you know, people are money hungry or whatever. It's not about seeing more money, but for me, it's like, I would want to cut my hours at my job, and so I could do this more. Not full-time, because I don't expect it, but you see what I'm saying. Let's see what Torn has to say.
The Baron's coming down pretty hard. Whatever you've been doing, you've really upset him.
I'm just getting started.
He's brought in new Crimson Guard Hellcat cruisers, making the streets dangerous for the underground. We've already lost 5 men this week.
Your men should be able to take care of themselves. But I wouldn't mind taking out a few cruisers, if that's what you're getting at.
Never part of a bigger cause, eh, Jack? Fine. I'll take your help any way I can get it. Bring down all 5 Hellcat cruisers. That should send the Baron a message.
Bring down all 5 Hellcat cruisers. He's so, dude, his voice is so fucking cool, man. I swear to God. If I woke up like that the next day with that voice, I would actually be totally okay with that. I'd be like, shit, man, dude, I sound sexy as fuck. And then these Let's Plays would, like, make you happy downstairs. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not gonna get super into it, even though I already got kind of super into it, because the mere mention of it is going to bring a lot of, you know, I don't know, I feel like it's going to bring criticism or something. I don't know. Like I said, it's a touchy topic for people, but I feel I'm in a somewhat decent position to start one. And like I said earlier, I don't even want to start one. For 3 years, I've been trying to make it so that YouTube is a nice little supplemental income. It was for a little bit, and it just seems like it's not going like really going anywhere. And recently, it's been like even worse. So like I said, I'll get into it in depth on the Patreon page whenever I like decide to launch it. I'm still like figuring out all the, you know, shit I want to do for it, because of course you can't just say, hey, give me money. Which of course it would be funny if I've been talking about this the whole time and you have no fucking clue what Patreon even is. Which is of course Patreon's like I'm assuming you know what it is at this point because so many people are doing it now. Which again is kind of, which I'll admit even is absurd, because I see certain channels starting it and they really should not be starting one, because I feel they just don't put in the amount of effort. I look at their goals and they're not offering anything. I look at what they give to donators and they're not giving anything, and that's what it is. It's kind of like an ongoing Kickstarter campaign and things like that. So that's the thing. I've like really thought about it before even deciding for sure if I wanted to do it. And so I've just come to the terms where it's like, if I'm going to do it, it has to be justified. I have to offer something back. I have to, you know, I have to go the whole 9 yards if I'm going to even consider asking for money from people, because I really did not want to do that. And I guess you'd still argue like, oh, then just don't. But I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna at least give it a shot, right? You never fucking know. You might as well. Worst case scenario, doesn't work out, I turn it off. It's fine, because nothing will change. This channel's gonna keep going. This thing will keep going basically until I, like, I don't know, physically can't. Like if I get a job that pays 100 grand a year and it says stop doing YouTube, then I don't know, I'll probably have to stop doing YouTube, but doubt that will happen anytime soon. And if I somehow suffer from a terrible disease where I become a vegetable, then yeah, I'll probably have to stop doing the channel. But unless it were those circumstances, this will not be stopping anytime soon. So I thought I'd just give the Patreon a shot, because like I said, I've already invested a lot of money into doing the channel, not because I expected the money back, but because I legitimately enjoyed it for the first like year. For the first year I started this channel, I was like so into it. That's why I invested so much without even seeing a dime from it. And then when it got to the point where I did start seeing money from it, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. You know, I didn't think I'd get to this point. And then it's like when you're, you know, juggling a real job and everything, it's just one of those things where it'd be nice to kind of be in that sort of reality where it's like, oh, it'd be nice to, if, you know, you could earn enough to where you can at least, you know, not work as many hours at your other job, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the ultimate goal, is if I launch this thing, I would want it to at least make it so I can cut my hours at my job. That would be like so perfect for me. I highly doubt it would provide a full-time income. Obviously, if it fucking did, I would be on cloud 9, but I don't expect that whatsoever. And I don't expect anything from any of you guys, because I fucking love you all. You're basically my children. And that's the thing, is if you're my children, honestly, I should be giving you an allowance. And I've considered it. But the thing is, you're not good at spending, Jimmy. You're not good with money. And no, you can't get a hamster, because if I can't trust you with money, what the hell makes you think I'm going to trust you with a goddamn hamster? That thing will die in 2 days. And when you think, that's the sad part, is that if I think a hamster's going to die in 2 days, that means you're going to, like, do something to it. Not that you're going to starve it to death, because a hamster doesn't starve to death in 2 days. No, if it dies in 2 days, you're killing it somehow. You're doing something to that poor little hamster. And you know what? I'm not going to let you do that, because I fucking love hamsters, and I fucking love animals. And you'll know I love animals because I keep emphasizing curse words into it. I love animals so much that I would do things to them. No, I wouldn't. That's wrong.
Expecting that little boy to save us is folly. At his age, he's no match for the metalhead leader. Oh, Jack, we were just talking about Samos's plan.
Onan says your voice sounds very familiar. I'll bet you two golden oldies go way, way back, huh? Onan needs you to prove yourself, Jack. You've shown your brass and your brawn. Now, you must show your brains as well. Frankly, I think she's pushing it. But I'm not the boss. Beat this test, and the third piece to the seal will be revealed.
Oh, I've been waiting for this mission. I love this one. Like a little rock band sort of quick time event sort of thing. I love this shit. Again, another one of those small little mini game things where it's not overly difficult. It's really simple, kind of fun. Just gotta make sure you know, don't wanna screw up too bad here. You can technically fuck this up. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? Is the one game on PSP. It's called Beats. I highly doubt many people remember it or know of it or whatever, but it was a $5 PSP game, only on PSN, and it was really, really fun. It was basically like Rock Band, but it used what do you call it? It would read the Memory Stick Pro Duo and it would read your music, and you could play like kind of, again, like a, it would be this, it would like button prompts would come up, and it was kind of weird where you had to use like the left and right D-pad to swap into certain lanes where you had to touch the button, where you had to keep up with the button prompts. But it was a really good game, and it, like I said, it would use any song on your memory stick, so the game kind of adapted. And the thing is, it worked really, really well. Like, it read your songs pretty well. It wasn't always on beat, but for a $5 game that open-endedly read any song you had saved on it, it was pretty damn good. I played that game for a long time. Oh, I missed one? Damn. I thought I didn't miss one.
Behold, the seal of Mar is now complete. Onan says the 3 artifacts you retrieved from the mountain temple are relics from an ancient light tower. Old songs tell how this light tower once shined down on the actual site of Mar's tomb. I sing one of these songs for you. From the mists of time, Mars light would shine.
Whoa there, Iron Lungs. Just tell us what we need to do.
Cretins with no taste, huh? Puh. You must take the 3 artifacts to Mars Gate. Only then will the light tower rise and reveal the tomb.
Oh my god, for a split second, I forgot I was recording a Let's Play, and I was just, like, naturally, like, playing the game for a second and staying silent. That was so weird. I was totally in a whole nother place for a second. I was, like, really into the cutscene, then I was just, like, I'm not gonna talk. Holy crap, that was so weird. Oh, we're almost done. We'll get to the next location, just for shits and gigs. Gigs. When I say shit, whenever I hear shits and gigs, I think of gigs in terms of like, oh, what up, dude? I'm a rock star and I got a gig tonight or something like that. Oh my god, I forgot a story. Holy shit, I forgot a huge story that I didn't even mention in the last 2 parts that I recorded this. This part 11 and part 10 were recorded on the same night, because of course, you know, I do these in sessions, but I did all 3 of these parts, and I just left out one major story I want to talk about with you guys. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Damn. Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot. Well, here's the good news. Part 13 is going to be really exciting, because there's going to be a big story, and you're not even going to know what the hell it is. Actually, if you follow me on Twitter, then you probably know what I'm talking about, because, well, now you know the big elephant in the room. In fact, that's the thing, you've probably been waiting for me to talk about this, and I haven't mentioned it at all, because something happened on Twitter and Instagram lately where it was really cool, and everyone was asking, whoa, how'd that happen? And I didn't even mention it. So, tell you what, part 13, we'll talk that story up. Hopefully I'll remember when I record part 13. But, hey, Until then, you be good now.